Well, the one thing though was that Billy kind of sounded like he was scared though. Like help.
Well, think about it. His ass went to sleep and woke up in the multiverse. Last thing I heard about, oh, good night. Thanks for choosing me as your mom. Hopefully you don't wake up in a black abyss somewhere where you don't recognize anything, which is kind of what happened.
So I like that episode. I love that episode. I'll go as far as saying I love that episode. Marvel pissed me off.
Was it the trolling?
So much.
Was it the trolling?
It was but Joey, this went beyond trolling. This is like just flat out lying. Where was the damn cameo?
That's a good question.
Where was the damn who?
So here's the thing. Here's what I will say.
The scroll? I know the scroll wasn't the cameo.
I will say that I believe she said those comments before the Quicksilver reveal, right? She might just be tone deaf and think that was.
Does she really think that equates to Luke Skywalker?
You know, they are very secretive around Marvel. Maybe she just assumed that it would be the real Quicksilver.
You're Ralph Boner?
Before she, no.
If I see a preview for a product,
do you know why they're lying to us? Are you going to watch their next series?
Shut up. That has nothing to do with
Are you going to tune in April, May, June, July?
That's neither here nor there.
They can lie to us and we take it.
That's neither here nor there.
Slap us around.
It doesn't make it right.
Boner.
They lie to their fan base. And this season, Elizabeth Olsen said there was going to be a cameo. There was no damn cameo.
Boner.
There wasn't. There was no cameo.
Maybe it was cut.
Joey, come on now. Come on now, Joey. There was maybe no.
Misdirect.
Okay, my rant's over with. So WandaVision episode 9. So
we got a full season. We got a full season. We are done. I'm gonna miss it. I might even say I may have liked it better than The Mandalorian. And just let that marinate.
I liked it better than The Mandalorian.
Did you?
Both seasons.
Wow.
Easily.
Okay. We are aligned.
Easily. Well, because this one, I will always like things that are more real than not. Right? And we talked about this last video, WandaVision, there was just something about it that feels real. Yeah. It feels like I said, although it's fiction, it's not real, but they're dealing with real world things. Yeah. Star Wars is going to be Star Wars, right? This is something.
It's always going to be in a galaxy far, far away.
Right. But dealing with the loss of somebody, anybody can relate to that. That's something that I can relate to, and dealing with grief, that's something anybody can relate to. So this episode did a lot. It starts off with Agnes still. I don't even know what to call it. She has her magic.
You mean Agatha?
Agatha. She has her magic ropes around the necks of Billy and Tommy, and Wanda decides, I'm going to take you down, and long story short, we see fake Vision and real Vision. I don't even know which one is which. I'm assuming white Vision is real Vision, and
they are both Vision.
They are both Vision.
They are both Vision.
You know what? This episode was a lot of Vision versus Vision and Wanda versus Agnes. Yeah. Just head to head.
Yeah.
And
I think it makes sense because honestly, the way things went last week, I was thinking, I don't know how much there is left to resolve because we could see from the beginning of the season the twins aren't going to make it. Vision's really not going to make it. So I was honestly surprised that even though it's technically white Vision right now, it's technically Vision. He has his memories, his consciousness, and now the physical body to exist. So, I guess technically he did make it out. So I can tell you it did make that goodbye at the end any easier.
That was terrible.
I almost shed a tear on that.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was rough.
What was one of the most intriguing things about this episode was the Vision to Vision intellectual grown man talk.
Yeah.
Where, am I really Vision?
Yeah.
Are are you Vision?
Who
is Vision?
I think I'm Vision at this point. We're all Vision.
That was great. I would much rather watch that than just watch them fight each other in the sky.
Yeah, agreed.
That was great. And then Wanda pulled a okey doke on Agnes.
Man, that was, as soon as I saw the runes in the sky,
I didn't know what she was doing at first. Because at first, when they started fighting, at first I was like, what the hell is she doing? Like, she intentionally missing Agatha, or is she like what's going on? And we find out Wanda has been taking lessons in witchcraft.
Yes. And I'm telling you, Ryan, this is the importance of active listening. This is why, as a villain, you never reveal your evil plans. You don't give a smart hero anything to pay attention to. I do too.
I'm tired of villains revealing all of their plans.
Yeah.
Agatha literally caught Wanda, revealed pretty much all of her plans. Listen, I want your magic. And we got to go through these different times in the past so I can learn how you did it. And then once I find out, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the Scarlet Witch? I want the Scarlet Witch power.
Yeah.
Like, you don't got to say all that. Just
hopefully she didn't remember about that whole rune thing. Maybe I said too much. No, she probably didn't pay attention.
Yeah. Oh, how am I doing all this? Oh, I set up this, and this.
And if you want to do it, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Do it to me.
Matter of fact, you're more powerful than I am. You can. But yeah, I mean, so in this episode, I feel like they didn't know what to do with Monica this episode.
You know, I almost felt like that the last 2 or 3. I thought she was going to be a bigger part of the show itself, but to me, she's actually one of the few pieces that felt like it was only a setup for the future. Because honestly, I understand that she knows Jimmy Woo, but like, I don't really know all of that stuff with the relationship with them. And she's really been sidelined for the last 2 or 3. So that's been a bit surprising. And I know, I mean, it's WandaVision, so we know that they're going to be the main characters, but she was set up to be a main piece of the cast. And she's been hanging out with Ralph Boner for the last 2 episodes, basically. So again, thanks for that misdirect/direct lie. This dude is who Ralph has been all along. We thought Ralph might have been Mephisto. We thought he was the real Pietro at one point. We thought we were getting the X-Men. We thought this was going to end with the multiverse opening up. Yesterday, I was still watching into the second after credit going, all right, this is Doctor Strange.
That's what I thought too.
She's training with Doctor Strange. Okay, Doctor Strange is going to meet her in the theater. It's a fucking scroll and telling us that Nick Fury. So here's what this show has taught me. There will be some interconnectivity to the bigger MCU, but all of these crazy theories, we as fanboys and fangirls keep talking ourselves into these grand interconnected pieces of all these universes. We did it with Mandalorian. We do it with every single show that comes out, every single movie. All of our theories are generally wrong. Sometimes they're right. And we,
I'll say this.
I'm preparing myself for the rest of the series to be satisfying. But I'm gonna tone it down a bit whenever I speculate, because I don't want to disappoint myself.
I'll say this though. Elizabeth Olsen did not help by saying that there was going to be a Luke Skywalker type cameo.
I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and just say, look, she doesn't understand
the significance
of what nerds can read into these things that they say.
What does she like?
Yeah,
that's really for me the one thing that I'm like. All the other stuff that was really theories that we started ourselves, but that one, oh yeah, there's a big cameo.
In her heart of hearts, she might think that the scroll is on the same level, and again, she knows probably a little bit more about the plans than we do. So she might have intel for like Secret Invasion show and all of that other stuff. So maybe we'll be looking back in a year and going, oh yeah, she actually knew what she was talking about. But look, at the end of the day, we thought we were going to get Doctor Strange. We thought we were going to get X-Men. And we're not there yet. But the show was still phenomenal.
It was.
An emotional gut punch almost every episode. Because again, even though we got a lot of predictions wrong, the big ones where we talk about it's going to end in heartbreak and she's going to end up upset, she's probably not going to get the kids or the husband that she wants, all those basic human predictions, we were pretty much right about.
Yeah.
So there was a lot that we got out of the show, but there was a lot that we thought we were going to get that we didn't. But at the end of the day, it's fine. We still got Marvel for 9 episodes on TV, and then we got a couple more shows coming up. So that's cool too.
I'm still holding on to the theory that she may be a villain still.
You know, that was one of the things that I'm really surprised that she did not end up straight up villain, because at the end, was it just me, or were you thinking like they're just gonna let her go? Like after all that, all is said and done, they're just gonna let her go?
So my thought was, who is going to stop her from leaving?
That is also a really good question. I mean, Jimmy Woo did another magic trick, so we know who's ready to go.
The switch. Let me talk about Jimmy Woo. I told you Jimmy Woo was going to be the superhero.
Man,
Jimmy Woo came through. He got the phone. He used his mat. He got undid his handcuffs.
He used his flourish, sleight of hand,
and he got the FBI there. They saved the day
within the hour.
Within the hour.
No superpowers. He makes it happen.
Jimmy Woo's the man. But no, I mean, who's gonna stop Wanda? No one's gonna stop her from leaving, except Doctor Strange. But apparently there are no other Avengers around to
I am so surprised that we did not get at least one little Avenger cameo in some way, shape, or form. Unless you count Monica if she becomes part of the Avengers in the future.
Again, continues to be my one thing with Marvel. At some point, it's going to be harder to keep telling these stories and not have more crossover, because, like you said, Doctor Strange can see it all.
Yeah, especially because now after 11 or 12 years of the MCU existing, they're only growing their stable of superheroes. And, for the rest of this year, we're about to get new ones. We're about to get all the Eternals. We're about to get everybody that's introduced in Thor. I mean, there's a ton of people coming, Fantastic Four, X-Men. At some point, the Earth is good. The Earth should be covered. Like, we're good. So
I mean, all these movies take place in modern day.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't know, Falcon, Wanda has taken over a city in New Jersey.
I would pay good money to watch the movie of the Avengers just texting themselves updates. Like, all right, I'm here now. The whole season, and I'm sure we'll get a ton of answers, the whole season I was expecting, who is Sword?
Never.
Where did they come from? How did it shift from here to here? How did we go from
I definitely think we'll get an answer about that. I 100% think that Nick Fury is probably running. I told you I thought that's where he was, was it at the end of...
So you don't think he'll be a competing entity? You think he's running, he restarted...
I believe it was at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. We saw him in space in the end credits scene. Yeah. With all the scrolls, I think he was already... I think that is Sword that he was with.
Gotcha.
And I'm sure Monica Rambeau is now going to be over Sword now that Hayward is...
Hayward finally got what was coming through.
Hayward trying to shoot a kid and run him over.
He's one of those villains that didn't start out that bad. Like
I liked him.
I really didn't think he was going to end up quite as evil as he was, but he ended up just one of your pure villains.
He was terrible.
He was terrible.
He may have been the worst villain that we like. He was just me, like just a terrible person just for the sake of being
terrible.
There was
only one thing I liked about him this entire season.
What?
It was the pun he made this episode that Jimmy Woo could have joined him.
If he had more vision. That was clean.
That
was clean.
That was a good villain one-liner pun. Even Woo was quite impressed with it. That's all I got for you, though, Haywood. I'm glad your ass is going to jail.
So, WandaVision was great. From Marvel's first, the MCU's first TV show.
And so much better than we thought. We weren't that big of a fan after the first 2 episodes. We didn't know where they were going. It is. But it's one of those things where, just like when I went back and rewatched Mandalorian, and where I thought there were slow episodes, I understand it in the bigger part of the overall narrative. It becomes just an essential part, right? Once we go back and rewatch WandaVision, we're probably going to go, How did I not like episode 1 and 2? I should have seen this coming all up. And now that you know what those signs mean to the overall story, you're like, oh, I do like that they did this, and I do like that they did this. But at the time, it's just kind of like, oh, this is Dick Van Dyke. Like, what's gonna happen? Is this the whole show? So I ended up loving it.
So we loved WandaVision. What did you all think about it? That last like 2 minutes was just a gut punch.
Yeah,
watching Vision go, that was tough.
Like how many more times do we have to watch
Vision die?
How many times do we have to watch Wanda watch Vision die?
It was tough. So
man, it's tough every time.
What did you all think about WandaVision? Let us know in the comments, and until next time.